Hi friends, let us consider the term operational amplifier today. Amplifier, as we know that it is used to perform the amplification of weak signal and we know the BJT amplifiers in various modes of its amplification. The operational amplifier term, it was first coined in as op amp in 1947 by the engineer John Ragazzini. And this operational amplifier, it was used to perform variety of operations such as adder, subtractor, integrator, differentiator, logarithmic amplifier. Etc. etc. Now this IC is available in various packages, but why it is popular? It is because of its interesting characteristic features. The interesting feature of this IC, it is having very high gain, open loop gain. Then it is also having wide bandwidth, very high input impedance, very low output impedance, and ability to reject the common mode signal, which is measured in the form of common mode rejection ratio. So this common mode rejection ratio, it will also be very high for these operational amplifiers, and that's why these ICs or these type of integrated circuits, they are very popular for last say 70 years. Let us now consider about the symbol of the operational amplifier. The symbol looks very simple, that it is some kind of triangular arrangement in which we show on the left hand side plus and minus terminals. So these are nothing but the inputs of the operational amplifier. There are two inputs, one plus, that is called as inverting, non-inverting input. So this is non-inverting. So the plus terminal, it is nothing but the non-inverting, and we consider this minus terminal, that is called as inverting input. So this is about the input, and output is single output. We consider this as the output. Besides that, it is also having some power supply connections required. So power supply, it will be dual power supply we use, and the connection to the operational amplifier, it will be like this for the power supply terminal. So this is VCC, that will be positive power supply, and this is VEE, that will be negative power supply. Both the power supply terminals, they are having this type of magnitude, say 15 volts power supply plus minus we are going to use. There is no actual ground terminal for this operational amplifier. However, we connect this negative of the VCC and positive of VE connected together, and we take this as the common terminal, which we consider as the ground terminal. So this is about the power supply connections of the operational amplifier. However, we do not show the power supply connections in the symbol. Now there are various modes of operation. So the modes of operation in which we consider, say, the plus terminal of input, that will be non-inverting input. Suppose we apply, say, V1 at the non-inverting input, and we'll consider, say, this inverting input as ground. So the first mode of operational amplifier, we consider V1 is active input and V2, or maybe the inverting input, it is grounded, and we are going to take the output at this side. If it is suppose sinusoidal waveform applied, so sinusoidal input, it will look like this. As it is the plus terminal, so the exact magnified version you will see at the output side. So suppose this part is taken at the output, it will be some magnified at the output. So this is about the non-inverting input applied. The same thing we will observe at the second mode of operation, in which we consider this plus terminal as grounded, and we are going to apply the input to the negative terminal, say V2 is applied. So at the output we will be getting, suppose sinusoidal waveform we are applying, at this V2 terminal, as it is inverting input terminal, so we will be getting the output inverted, that means 180 degree phase shift in between input and output at the output side, except that this is input is magnified. So this magnification we considered in terms of the multiplicative factor or multiplicand factor, which we call it as the gain of the amplifier, and that is considered as open loop gain. The third mode of operation, it is also considered to be like this. Say we are applying both the inputs, say V1, V2, this is plus, this is minus, so non-inverting and inverting input, and we are taking the output at the output side. So the difference between these two, say V1 minus V2, we call it as VD. So this will be actually the difference between these two. And if we want to consider, say, output that is equal to, or that is actually proportional to the difference between the inputs, say V1 minus V2, or I will write like this, VO is proportional to VD. And if I consider again this multiplicand factor or some proportionality constant, so we will be getting, say, VO is equal to A into Vd. So A is considered as open loop gain of the operational amplifier, and its value is about 10 raised to 5 to 10 raised to 6. As it is the ratio of the output and input, so it is not having the unit. So this is about how the modes of operation of the operational amplifier. Now let us consider the equivalent circuit of the operational amplifier. So in equivalent circuit, in this triangular arrangement, we are providing some more terms. One is called as Ri, so that is considered as the input resistance of the input internal resistance of the operational amplifier. The second term we will consider as Ro, so this is Ro, and that is nothing but the output impedance or output resistance of the operational amplifier, and earlier we have considered this gain, so that is the another thing we will have to consider. So in ideal or in theoretical way, we consider this input impedance, it is to be infinite, and this is the actual circuit, equivalent circuit of the operational amplifier, in which Ri, it will be in series with V1 and V2, and Ro, it will be series with the multiplicand factor A into Vd. So this is the amplifying factor, so that will be the equivalent circuit. So Ri, it will be infinity theoretically or ideally, and this Ro, it will be 0, and the gain, it will also be infinity for the ideal operational amplifier. Let me explain why this Ri value is taken infinity and why Ro value it is taken 0. Now if we look at the circuit carefully, so we will observe that if there is no Ri here, so that means all the voltage will be available for the amplification. That means V1 will be available and V2 will also be available. So we would consider that this is open, so Ri is kept open. So keeping open, that means Ri should be considered as infinity. Similarly, if we consider, suppose there will be some load to be applied for this amplifier, so as and when we consider this Ro, so there will be some voltage drop. So voltage drop, that means again we would expect the output voltage will be little less than what we expect. So that is nothing but to reduce again the gain. So gain will be reduced. In order to keep the gain not to be reduced, so we will have to consider this value as equal to 0, or I will consider that, suppose we will be considering this type of bypass from this point to this point, so that is nothing but to keep this equal to 0. So that is nothing but Ro is equal to 0. So this is the explanation for why we would consider generally Ri equal to infinity and Ro equal to 0 for any kind of voltage amplification. But this is not the practice, or in practice we will be having, say, this Ri, it is having the value of about, say, 2 mega ohms. This Ro for 741 IC, or that will be equal to, say, 75 ohms, and this gain, as I have already discussed, it will be 10 raised to 5 to 10 raised to 6. So this is about the equivalent circuit. the gain we call it as open loop gain or gain without feedback. So there is no feedback applied for considering, and gain with feedback, it will be something different term which we'll discuss it later on. So this is about the operational amplifier equivalent circuit.